I'm going to rush this review. You know why? Because I want to get this back home. This. I have this. I've had this for 2 months. And I've listened to it. It's the O2. It was a kit build I got secondhand from someone. It's built perfectly fine. It's got all the stock parts. And it sounds alright. I don't have super high power headphones, so I leave the gain on low. I'm not super into the red case with the clear front. Maybe a younger me would be. And it's good. It's good. But what it isn't is great. And this, and I'm a Made in America fan, so this should be like #1 on my list. And I know you're going to buy this, and you're going to buy an ODAC, and you're going to be happy. So let's go against the grain and say buy this instead. It's slightly cheaper. This comes anywhere from 100 to 130, depending on the trim level you get and where you get it from. There are a lot of people selling it. And this is $70. And it's the SMSL, lowercase s, capital A, lowercase p, 2. And when you go online, it has the word Pro on it and all sorts of different things. Let me explain the physical differences first. On the back of the O2, you have nothing. Absolutely nothing. On the back of the sAp 2, you have a 3.5mm audio in, RCA audio ins, and the DC in, 24 volt. I'll switch to the front. Front of the O2, we've got 12 to 16 volt AC in, a power switch, the headphone out, right here in the middle, a power LED, a volume knob, a gain switch, and a 3.5mm source in. And on this we have a power switch, a source switch, a switch between the 3.5 and the RCA, a full-size 1/4-inch headphone out, and a very, very big knob for volume. Okay. Anyone want to take a stab at why I'm liking this one better? Well, let's hook up the O2. Triad 12-volt transformer to the front. Headphone out to the front. We're going to need source, so I'll go 3.5mm from the JDS Labs DAC to the front. And there we go. Now, I'm hardcore. Don't care about wires. I love wires. But this is just fucking retarded. I understand NWAV guy designed it, and this is probably the way these traces run on this board is probably absolutely perfect. Like, everything's the exact right distance away. But, you know, we gotta live with this thing too. And there's just one British company that sells the O2, and it might be the O2 ODAC combo, because you could have these two things in the one case, because there is some space in there. And there's one company that puts the power in the back and the USB in the back. I'm not sure if they put the source in the back. They should. They should, because this is just... when I was running it at home, I was actually running it backwards. So it would sit on my desk like that, and I'd have to reach behind it to adjust the volume. Because it's not ugly. It's just, what the hell? It's not a piece of Pro Gear, as far as I know. You know, Pro Gear, you stick into a rack and you do your thing, and it's all up front in your face. You can swap things out. This is very, very consumer grade stuff, and it should not be like this. They could have fixed it. It can be fixed easily. I'm sure it can be fixed easily. I mean, just fix it. Just make it all go to the back. Make this just a plug and a knob. And then, while you're making it a plug, make it a goddamn 1/4-inch. And I will go over this again. A 1/4-inch jack doesn't benefit you, just have a seat anywhere, doesn't benefit you from sound quality. In fact, it probably makes it worse because you're usually using an adapter. But what a 1/4-inch jack will do is not break. If I plug this in here, and then I just start swinging the amp around with it, I know for a fact I'm not going to break the plug inside of this. Where I don't think I'm going to do that to my O2, because I've broken many a 3.5mm jack. And I'm going to shut this off now, because it's just a damn mess. I don't have to review the O2. Everybody here knows how good the O2 is. Half the people watching this video have probably used one. I'm here to show off this one, which no one's used, because frankly I've never seen it before. And as soon as I saw it, and saw it was made by the same company who makes those good little TMs, which I have hidden away in boxes of up there, I went, ooh, $70, I'll try that. And I can't wait to get this and my ODAC home, because I'm going to Velcro these sons of bitches right under my desk, like that. This is going to stick out like here, and it's going to sound as amazing as it did when I tested it. Now, because this has two inputs, I could either plug it in 3.5mm like that, or I can go the full-blown RCAs if I want to be super boss about it. And in this case, I now have both of them hooked up to the ODAC. The transformer it comes with is a 24-volt DC, which I've braided all the cables of. It's this little thing. So it's a power brick. It's a little tiny power brick. How many amps? Half an amp at 24 volts. I don't know how that translates to headphone power equivalents, but all I know is I don't need to go up past 10 o'clock. Like right there puts my HM5s and my brainwave and my NVXs at, like, don't damage your hearing. Halfway is probably too much. So as far as power goes, it has all of it. And it comes with a 1/4-inch adapter, because, you know, I'm telling you about 1/4-inch now, I like it. It comes with a very gigantic 1/4-inch adapter. Like, I don't know, half an inch bigger than it needs to be. So you might want to get something a little bit smaller than that. That's a little stupid. But it's nice of them to offer it. But here I have the screw-on one from my HM5s. So there it goes, plugs in. Power comes on, no indicator except for... Is this plugged in? I should plug it in. That's what I'll do. In the back, where humans plug things in. No indicator except for behind the volume knob is two. They almost look purple. They don't look blue. So that's not bad. Purple LEDs. And we got music playing. I put this actually on the GoPro. The only thing I've noticed, I'm going to give you the detriments too, because I'm not going to be a asshole reviewer. There is a slight balance issue at the very start. If you get this to mute and you come up just a touch, I hear left ear first, and then the right ear comes on, and then right about there, which is about the lowest listening level you'll ever go to, everything equalizes out. And from there on, it's perfect all the way up. I mean, that's damaging. That's damaging to headphones and hearing. Now, I don't have any, again, I don't have any crazy hard to drive headphones here, so I can't really tell you what's going on. This is a hair. Wait. The selector switch is just switching from RCA to 3.5, so I could actually demo through my headphones which sounds better on both, and they sound exactly the same. So that's nice to know. When I hook this up at home, I'm probably going to use the RCAs because, why not? And because of this reason. God, look at this pile of crap on the desk here. I'm really not selling these properly, am I? Alright, straighten up a bit. Power would go, what the hell? My 280 Pros decided to make an appearance in this video. Stay. Power bricks. ODACs. Secondaries. There. Much nicer. Music. Play. Set it to your line out volume on the cow on here. I think 43 is where I like it. Alright, so what's that? Was he ended? Select. Now this is playing. So, I've always liked separate headphone amps, but they've always been one source, which means you have to run a freaking switch box, an RCA switch box, which are never good quality, and they always sound like asshole. And this can accommodate an auxiliary and a PC, or anything you want to input with RCA. It's the best of all the worlds. And look where everything is. It's in the back, so I don't have to look at it. Power's off. Slight delay on the power on. And I don't know if it's just the fact that it hits every button of mine that I think it sounds better than the O2. But I think it sounds better than the O2. And you're going to scream, and I can't wait to see the comments in this video. Because that is truly and honestly my opinion. And again, don't have high gain headphones. Maybe, you know, if I did, then the benefit of the O2 would come in. But on these and all the smaller cousins that I have, it sounds so good. So you're looking at 150 for a DAC, 165 if you get this one with the RCA. I got this one on mass drop, so it was a little less. But this for 70, and look at it. Look at the cleanliness of it. What's that? Switch sources. Put that up to... Getting some of that. Again, I'm not going to get my headphone rig down to test this because I don't think that'll pick up the quality of headphones changing. I don't think it'll pick up the quality of amplifiers changing. Unless I got a really shit one. So yeah, this is... Oh, my baby. This is my baby. This is getting dual locked under my desk. I could keep it on the desk. It's like touching it. It's like touching that aluminum frame. It is actually... Because the O2 has... literally this much of this doesn't have a board, because this is designed to have two 9-volt batteries in it to power it on the go. That's how you get the absolute cleanest power out of one of these, the runoff batteries. Because God forbid, you know, AC power has, you know, different consistencies, and a 9-volt DC source will not, or two 9-volt DC sources will not. I've only seen one of these that actually comes with a lithium pack for that, and I may at one point pull these screws off. And if I could find two 9-volts, which I don't know, to remove some smoke detectors, I will test this with that. And maybe it'll wake it up and make it amazingly better. But I don't care about amazingly better sound quality. I'm sure this sound quality and this sound quality are on par. It's the features that make this so good. That's what this lacks. Any features at all. You know, like rear-mounted power point. That would be a bullet point on an ODAC 022 2.0. Would be rear-mounted power. Okay, you know, this is a project board, fine. If you're gonna do the project, take the pins down there, take those pins, and run leads to the back for all the things that need to be on the back. Power needs to be on the back. Power input, the signal in needs to be on the back. You can leave the gain on the front, the LED, this, and the power button. And just it's an inconvenient amp for sure. I mean, who the hell plugs things in the front? I'm over that. I'm over that. We're back to this in sound quality and ease of use and looks. I wish it had a light, because I've left this on, and it does get warm. This actually uses almost as much power as the T-amps I use for powering these massive speakers. So it's not a T-amp, it's not a digital amp. There's a it's headphone amplifier. I'm sure it's a small AB, or maybe it's a Class A. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the term you'd use for a headphone amplifier is that creates heat that's this small. Yeah, change this. Oh, that's Charles Gambino. That's not that source. That's that source. That's that source. Just having multiple sources. Ugh. That's real loud, by the way. Whoa, okay, I'm blowing shit up. Change that. Change that. So just remember to shut this thing off at night, because it does draw and create heat. And if I pause all the sources and turn it up to full, you do get the sound of, like, not static, but the sound of an amplifier on the edge of existence, where it's like it's grabbing electrons from the stars and trying to amplify them through these headphones now, because it's looking for signal. So if I unpause something now, things would blow up. So, you know, that's what amplifiers do at full gain, no matter what. You should never have any amplifier, whether it's the O2 or one of these or power amp or anything, up to full gain. Unless you're severely limiting, not even if you're severely limiting the source. You just shouldn't do it. So, that's my review of this. I have no idea how long I've been talking. I have plugged it in to just, like, this has a good DAC in it. And this is obviously the ODAC, which I just did my review. I'm sure it's amazing, the review of my ODAC. It goes so in depth. And, yeah, sounds amazing. With crap sources, it just amplifies crap, but it still powers the headphones without an issue at all. Instant relay off, and then there's a slight click. I don't know what else to say, other than I love this thing. It's built like a tank. The aluminum's better quality than the one on that kit O2 as well. I just wish it had a power indicator of red or something there. Quarter inch. Quarter inch is the future of headphone things. I wouldn't buy a portable like this. I'm scared to death. Because this got dirty the other day, and I'm scared to death that something's going to happen, and it's just going to go, and that's going to be the last time I could use this player. Because I'm not going to open this up and start soldering on another 3.5mm. They could just take the damn thing, dedicate literally that much space to it, and give me a 1/4 inch jack. And I don't care. Get your own little adapter. And there it is. Now you don't have to complain. Oh, I don't have 1/4 inch headphones. Well, now you do. It's amazing. It sounds amazing. This is my... You want to know what I'm using at home? What do I have on my desk? I don't have an O2 on my desk. I've got an ODAC and one of these. These O2 will stay here for when I do headphone reviews. I will either pull out the D1 to use as a DAC, or I have lineouts coming out of my Emotiva over there. There's some RCAs that come down from it, and I will plug them into this through a goddamn adapter because, again, no RCA ins on that. And that will be my headphone testing main amplifier. So that says something. This is what I want at home. And this is what I want for bench testing.